Nash Correctional Institution. My disease. Although I am surrounded by people to the point of suffocating, I feel utterly alone. You need to know that I have a debilitating progressive disease. My disease conquers, controls, consumes every fiber of my body, every fiber of my life. At the onset, I staggered and stumbled repeatedly. Walking and breathing became labored. Activities I had performed without effort became staggering feats. My feet bogged down in quicksand. My breathing strained from the boulder on my chest. My speech slurred. My hands were no longer my own. A consuming state of exhaustion settled in. The world around me became hazy, distant. My body became both imprisoned and a prison. The short-term prognosis promises decline. The long-term prognosis promises death. The disease assails my body in a brutal, relentless campaign. In vain, I try to resist, to fight away the inevitable. Although some days are better than others, the disease maintains its steady march to dominate, to decay my neurological and psychological faculties. The continuing normalcy of the rest of the world shocked and paralyzed me. How could everything still be the same when everything had changed? How could people continue as normal? Shouldn't the world stop? My friends graduated from college, got jobs, married, had children. I knew nothing but my disease, nothing but taking one tiny step at a time in the swirling blizzard of disease, trapped in my own frozen flesh. I considered giving up and arrived at a choice. Do I mindlessly shrivel up and await death? Or do I determine to make the most of the life that remains to me? I realized dying was not the saddest state of existence. Even worse than dying, living without meaning and purpose, without hope and joy, without love and laughter. I chose to exert every effort to do the best I can with what I have right where I am. I chose to live to the fullest under the constraints of my disease. Before, life lacked meaning because I strived for the wrong goals, material things and money. Materialistic ambitions promised the cool refreshment of a mountain spring, but delivered tepid, muddy water. The looming shadow of death unveiled the source of meaning. What truly matters. People matter. Relationships matter. By devoting myself to loving others, to building relationships, I found meaning in life, meaning in my dying. Dying does not have to be synonymous with useless. An oasis of purpose was produced in my life when I poured myself into others and proclaimed the message that meaning is found in people and relationships. Hope transcends physical reality. When I let the disease strip away my hope, I lost an entity worth far more than health. Deciding to live each day to the fullest, lit an ember of hope. As I persisted, the ember of hope spread, building a fire, then a blazing inferno. People seek happiness, but joy surpasses happiness. Happiness requires a full cup. Joy fills the cup to overflowing. When I lost the right to care for myself, to live at home, to manage my own affairs, I saw only the losses. A myopic focus that drained every drop of joy. The igniting of hope opened my eyes to the many blessings still in my life. The rare fount of meaning and purpose, the unwavering love and support of my family. Joy transformed my countenance. The smile prompted others to ask how I could be happy. Happy? No, definitely not. Overflowing with joy? Yes, absolutely. At first, I felt entirely unlovable, a feeling that enclosed me in darkness. I blindly stumbled along, reaching for something solid in strange surroundings. A tiny ray of light entered. Love for my family and others met along the journey. Recognizing this love lit my entire world in a brilliant, dazzling array of colors. Life without laughter creates a cancerous state of existence. My mother's voice echoed, laughter is the medicine of the soul. The infusion of hope, joy, and love brought remission, the return of laughter. The laughter healed my ailing soul. You ask, what is my disease? My disease is commonly called Life Without Parole, but this label fails to capture the true meaning. An accurate label for the condition is death in prison. Although these descriptions do not exist in a literal sense, this figurative picture barely captures the mental and emotional struggle. Nearly 50,000 people in America struggle under this disease, but I still feel alone. Maybe each person with this disease feels alone, even in a setting that swarms with people. Frozen in my own flesh, thirsting for life, surrounded by impenetrable darkness, I considered giving up. Thankfully, that did not happen. I am no longer the person I was when I committed the acts that caused this sentence, this disease. The looming shadow of death spawned my awakening, my transformation. Awakened and transformed, I can be a productive member of society, contributing in a variety of positive ways, evidenced by my current mode of living. Every day, I do the best I can with what I have, where I am. I choose to live with meaning and purpose, with hope and joy, with love and laughter. This life mixture makes me actually thankful for my disease. The end.